Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 30th. We are just going to jump right in here, Pisces, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. And that'll be that, of course. I do feel some sort of loss here. Obviously, you have this despair card. I'm pretty sure some sort of loss has come up for you before. Although this looks like a return to me. I would say, what are you returning to? I don't read reversals, but as always, we will keep it in mind with that Two of Cups. But let's see here. This is very interesting, Pisces, to me. This, to me, looks like you're revisiting something that you thought was lost. I'm not suggesting, again, as I always say, I don't do X-back readings. I think we should, for the most part, move on. For, a small percentage of you, obviously, if you were in a positive relationship, I do feel like this could be the return of a positive relationship into your life. If it's not love, it's clearly money, and that's what we're going to talk about. You have the soulmates card, so I do feel for some of you, you're dealing with a soulmate here, but it looks like there's, some distance or no contact. You have the despair card, which is sadness, the Nine of Swords, which is like nightmares. Too much head energy is what I would say on the Nine of Swords right off the bat. So if you're dealing with a person, there's too much thinking, too much logic. Even, it's funny that Two of Cups came up with the King of Swords. It's like someone is trying to logic a situation, and that just never works, right? Love is not logical. Like, you're supposed to spend your life, your whole entire life with another person. Like, that's logical. Have you ever tried to do it, Pisces, right? So love is not logical, but it's not supposed to be. That's the point, right? And I kind of feel like someone is trying to logic a situation here, but there's clearly a soulmate in your midst here, Pisces, I feel like saying. And again, if it's not a past person or a person that you're already with, like I said, then I do feel that, this could be like a past life connection. I mean, too much, stuff here. We'll get into it. You have the Fool, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. The Fool is about kind of like jumping right into something, but I do feel you've completed a cycle. The Fool, we go through the major arcana, start as a Fool, we end as a World card, and then we start all over again as the Fool. So there's a new beginning coming in for you here. I feel like you're overthinking kind of like the jump off point, like where do I start? Those are the words that I'm getting with the Nine of Swords. I feel like there's too much thinking going on about like the beginning of something, if that makes sense. If this isn't love, it's like, where do I start this project? Like, what do I need to do to get started? Too much of that thinking going on with the Nine of Swords. Really, there is no good answer other than to just get started. I think it's no mistake that you have two aces in this reading as well. Aces are zero. They represent starting. They represent amazing opportunity. The interesting thing that I really find about this reading is the Ace of Cups. And then going to the Ace of Wands as your last card. Ace of Cups on a down and dirty tarot level, we could kind of like say, this is imagination. Cups can be your imagination. It can be something that fulfills you, but again, it can be very imaginative energy, right? And it can also be very intuitive as well. So I do feel for a lot of you that there's a lot of imagination going on when you're not in this mode right here, the Nine of Swords. So when you get out of your head, I feel like you're connecting with Source. We see this right here. Even going Ace of Cups to the Judgment card to the Two of Cups, it's like Two of Cups is you and your higher self, your connection to Source energy. I just don't like that King of Swords. Again, I feel like maybe Source is telling you one thing, but the logical side of you is telling you another. And I would try to get away from that. I feel you've been hurt by logic too much in the past, and that's why you're right here. That's why you're like this, despair. I feel like, and what I mean by that is that I feel that you're entering into this a much more dreamy place, Pisces, right? Which we need in the world right now. We need a much more dreamy, innovative energy. Again, the things, traditional structure is breaking down, as I always say. I mean, again, Chris's crappy astrology, Chris's down and dirty tarot here. It's like we need that Pisces inventiveness in the world right now, and we need the Pisces dream into magic kind of right now, because that's where the new ideas are going to come from. I feel like you're in this zone. This is like, thinking about past situations, love, business, work, health. I feel like you would do things and you would expect them to work a certain way and they wouldn't work a certain way. That's why you're in this mode right now. I do also feel that some of you are dealing with a loss at this time. So I just feel like you could be dealing with this loss energy and it could be kind of like dominating your thoughts. I would be very careful of that Nine of Swords, Pisces, because I really feel the Nine of Swords is kind of like dominating the energy here. And, again, I feel like when you're in this zone, it's kind of like hard to leave, right? And, really there is no solution other than to leave. And I know that's like a hard thing to wrap your head around. Trust me. I was there for a very long period of my life, just kind of always stinking thinking. And it's not ignoring reality. It's changing your reality when you think of the positive. It is interesting. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Seven of Swords. I feel like who has been lying to you here is what I feel on the Seven of Swords. I feel you're kind of like wondering like who tells the truth in your life. And I don't mean like lying, but I mean, I feel like some people in your life are telling you, reality is this way, and other people are telling you reality is this way. And it's like, who do you believe with the Seven of Swords? Really, the answer is that you should believe none of them. You should believe yourself, right? Two of Cups right there. The Seven of Swords is about taking things too seriously and needing to be more playful as well. So I feel like you need more play in your life. It's also about being tactical. I feel where there's a will, there's a way. There's like a lot going on in your life where I feel like you're saying, there's no way I can accomplish this, and insert whatever you're trying to accomplish after that. You have this Judgment card, and I feel you're being, there's definitely a major wake-up call happening for you at this time. I feel like you're being called to something greater. You're being called to change your life. I feel like you're being called to go through a transformation. This is very different than what I normally feel with the Judgment card. The Judgment card usually says that you are going through a transformation, which I don't get me wrong, I feel like that's true for you, Pisces, but I also feel the Judgment card is asking you to, to go through a transformation, which is like, I know that sounds exactly the same, but it's not. I feel like it's a little bit different. These are changes you're going to have to choose to make. You have the Six of Pentacles. As I always say to you, Pisces, and I've been saying this to you for the past few months, I feel like you need to trust the evidence. The Six of Pentacles is the evidence. It is like, if you invest into a situation, what are you getting out of it? I feel like you need to stop investing in situations that steal energy from you. I also feel if you're trying to start anything, a new relationship, a business, a YouTube channel, whatever, Six of Pentacles says you have to plant seeds. You have to, and what that means, what that looks like, is it means you might have to try a couple of different things to get something going. The thing that I always like to remind people with the Six of Pentacles, like I'm just going to give you some gold right now, right? And this might sound ridiculously simple, but I'm telling you right now, if you want to be successful as a Pisces right now, I'd be doing something in the public eye, right? Business-wise, but what I would be doing, let's just pretend that I was starting a podcast, right? Which I am, by the way, Pisces, right? Let's just pretend. What I would be doing is I would be starting a podcast, but I would be doing it in like kind of like every way that I know how. I would be doing it as a video channel. I would be doing it as just a traditional podcast where I put out the video, the audio, and maybe I'd try something else, right? Like posting the video on Facebook or something like that. Six of Pentacles is about trying, picking one thing to do, planting seeds, trying it in multiple different ways, and then kind of picking what works. And that's what I feel like you need to do here with these Six of Pentacles, is like pick what works in your life. You have this focus card here, and I definitely feel it is time for you to focus on what you really want and focus on the things that make you happy. We have the Two of Cups, which came up in reverse, the King of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. I feel there have been a lot of disappointments, but I feel it's time to focus on this right here, a new beginning. You could be having, again, like a rebirth situation. Could be in love, could be in something else. There's definitely love here, but there's too much. The thing I don't like about it is, again, too much logical energy in a love situation. So if you're looking for new love, I'm not saying don't think. I'm not saying don't be logical, but I am just saying, allow the magic in. Let's put it that way, right? And, allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Allow yourself to, make the mistakes and things like that. Sometimes I think we get into a relationship and we're like, I better not make any mistakes, which is a mistake in the first place because you're not entering into it, authentically when you think that you're going to make a mistake. So it's like, I think this reading is saying be authentic, especially if you're entering into like a new relationship with a new person. Maybe you're restarting a relationship here. And again, same thing. I would enter into it more authentically with this energy and look at it as fun and try to have as much fun as you possibly can. The other thing is that, again, I feel like you're taking something from your imagination. Ace of Cups, I feel like you're seeing how you can make it a reality with this energy here. Again, you have the Two of Cups and the King of Swords. Again, I feel like the Two of Cups in reverse was more referring to not listening to your higher self. I feel like your higher self is guiding you, and I feel like you're trying to say that it doesn't make logical sense, It's like if your higher self says, go make this change in business, but maybe nobody has ever done it before. Your logical self could be saying, you're stupid. Like, why would you even come up with an idea like that? Or, maybe you're thinking that you want to get into a relationship, but maybe you also feel like you have some responsibilities, but you never know. It's like the relationship could remove responsibilities from your life in the first place, right? So it's like, I feel like this is saying, I really believe, let me just put it this way. I really believe this reading is like saying, allow some magic back into your life. It's going to make things magical, plain and simple. You have the Five of Cups, and again, I do feel there have been a lot of disappointments. But again, if that's what you're going to focus on, I feel like you're just going to get more. So I would try to change your focus here, Pisces. But let's see where this is going for you, Pisces. With the Fool, you have the Queen of Swords. There you go. Too logical. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. I'm pretty sure that in your next 6-month reading, you had the King and Queen of Swords. Again, divine counterparts, but they're not seeing eye to eye. So if you're dealing with a person from the past, there's too much not seeing eye to eye in this situation. I mean, there could be a new beginning here, but again, like I said, take it how it resonates, right? With the Nine of Swords, you have the King of Swords. Like I said, too logical, literally too much in your head. I mean, there's no reason to beat a dead horse. This reading needs more magic in all areas of your life, not just love. I feel like you need to believe that fun things can happen, that good things can happen for you, and all that other stuff. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. Here you go. This is like one of the craziest readings I've had for you in a while, Pisces. Pretty straightforward energy. And, again, I do feel that you need to allow for some more love into your life as well. And I'm not referring to people necessarily. It's like you can love your dog, your cat. You can love a hobby that you have. You can love starting a business, So I feel like that's what I mean by kind of like inviting more fun, more play into your life. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles. I gave you the recipe for guaranteed success in business, and here you go. Ten of Pentacles, building or leaving a legacy, having something permanent in your life. This could be really good for love. Again, Ten of Pentacles to me is the best love card in the deck. With the Judgment card, you have the Five of Cups. Again, do not regret this, Pisces. I'm telling you right now. If you're not answering a call that you are receiving, from the universe, I feel like you will regret it. And again, I never put those messages out there. I don't believe in regrets, really. Do we really, should we really have regrets? Do we really miss out on things? I'd say probably not, but kind of. It's like I do feel there are some things that we can miss out on if we don't pay attention. So I feel like you're being called towards something, but it's almost like you're resisting it. I feel the resistance in the reading. I've been talking about it this whole entire time. So if you feel like something, like you should move towards something, whether it's a relationship, I feel like it's multiple things probably. Again, anything that makes your life more magical, I would just do it because it might not make logical sense, but when you make it happen, then who cares, right? With the Seven of Swords, you have the Emperor. Again, too much of this, like I said, too much of this like fixed energy. I wouldn't even call it fixed energy. I would just call it stubborn. So I'm not calling you stubborn, Pisces, although I am a Pisces. I'm super stubborn, right? And I feel there's this need to, again, the Emperor, he's very real world. He wouldn't necessarily believe that things can magically happen. He wouldn't necessarily believe that. He wants to follow a very solid plan. I'm not suggesting you don't follow a solid plan in life, but I'm just saying, it's like, I think sometimes we have to believe in miracles. We have to believe in, lucky breaks and things like that. Because if we don't, I don't know, I feel like a lot of us would quit doing the things that we do. But number two, it's like if you believe in it, it's going to happen. With the Two of Cups and the King of Swords, you have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient. I feel like this is a display of strength as well. Something is going to require strength here, Pisces. Again, if you're like moving towards a person, maybe people in your life don't agree with you or whatever, but again, it's going to require strength, and I do feel like you'll be successful. For others, I just feel like for all of you, not even others, for all of you, Pisces, I feel like the changes you're making are going to lead to you getting a lot of attention, like positive attention. We've been talking about this for a long time because it's like you're going to be accomplishing a lot. With the Five of Cups, you have the King of Cups. Could be you showing up in a very strong position. I would watch your emotions here. I do also feel like this could be love, could be a water sign, could just be someone who has very deep emotions coming in for you. I get a lot about travel here as well. I would say that if you're traveling anytime soon, or if you're moving or anything like that, I feel like there could be a lot of benefits for you, Pisces. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, that there could be a lot of benefits in travel. It could be any type of benefit, could be financial, could be finding a job, 10 of Pentacles, could be anything. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. There you go. Like a love offer. Someone you're very passionate about. Again, there's definitely love here. This is definitely a love reading, I would say. I always say I don't do love readings, but really, the truth is I do whatever comes up. And I would say soulmates, sadness. Again, I feel like you're leaving, sadness behind and moving towards a soulmate. For some of you, it really could be a new person. Even though I was kind of talking about someone from the past, it's just like a side note. It's weird. It's like, I feel like something is off to my side here. I don't know how else to put it, Pisces. I feel that you're very attractive at this time. Strength card, getting a lot of attention. And I also feel like people see you as strong as well, which is attractive. So I feel that you could be attracting people into your life if you want love, obviously. And this could be an admirer. Really, again, like I said, for a small percentage of you, it could be a person from the past. Judgment card, Five of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of regrets there and sadness. But again, for the most part, Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups is a new person. So I feel there is an admirer around you. Could be any sign. For others, I feel you really need to focus on doing something new. And again, very simple reading. I feel like it's saying if you're doing something new, like YouTube channel, business, career, I would look for like 3 different ways that, that you can attack it, right? I would look for, how can I promote myself 3 different ways, if that makes sense. And I feel like that'll lead to a lot of success. But most importantly, whatever you're doing, doesn't matter, love, business, I would say your whole entire life, I feel like it needs more magic. It needs more fun. There's too stiff of an energy here. King of Swords twice, Nine of Swords, Emperor. No, not Pisces energy right there, right? That is like, it's funny because I haven't had one of these readings in a long time, but I call these Tinkerbell readings because it's like, if you don't believe in Tinkerbell, right, she disappears, And that's what I see here. It's like, if you stop believing in the magic, Pisces, if you stop believing in your Pisces magic, then it's going to disappear. So use it or lose it, Pisces, is what I'm going to say here. But very interesting. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.